Are modern cultures also native cultures?
Of course. Right. New native cultures. Right. Right. We're all natives of the earth, there's no question about that. Every single one of us is a native of the earth. See? And we're subject to the elements and the forces of the earth equally. See? So it's not about what kind of clothing you're wearing and what your location is and what your name is or what the name of your tribe is exactly. We are all natives. Different, of course, in our culture, in terms of behaviors, but our dependencies are the same. Elements. We need space, we need time, we need energy, we need matter. We need to know but also newer ways to manage those dimensions that we're given as universal beings here. See? And so sometimes, out of our own boredom with ourselves, we have to turn to music and art in order to see what else to think about, or what else to vibe off of, or bounce off of in some cases. Right? Now, these days you have a lot in terms of like digital stuff and robotics and cyborgs and all this sort of thing. All these imitation humans, right? Or they're like inferior humans. They're not quite human bots, machines. But we're also machines, of course. We are. Right? But we're not dealing with our potential until we become extremely creative people. And then you're dealing with your potential. Our potential is to be extremely creative. Extremely. So the fact that you have guys going out into space, it's nothing. That's one angle. Let's say that's one thread to go out into space. We need to go into space, our own space, which is the infinite space potential we are born with. It's called the God space and such. That means endless space. And we're part of that stream. Our inner space is connected, or is the same as all space. We are children of all spaceness. See, the all space. Interesting concept, the all space. Only space. Right, I don't mean just outer space and having to suffer with, the need to put on uniforms and costumes in order to survive, and helmets, and fabricate oxygen, right? Create oxygen and create silly food so we could survive on other planets. I think that's beside the point. But that's possible, right? And there are those who have that angle. And we say, good to you, good for you, and good luck, right? But we have the inner space. I mean, look at the creative geniuses of the planet several hundred years ago. Look at Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci. See? They were demonstrating their infinite potential. Right? So they carried the mankind a little ways down, see, down the path. Nikola Tesla carrying electronics down the path. See? So you have these people, Buddha, right, Gautama, who are able to carry the planet down a ways, but what they explored in themselves was what that is. See? Talking about the infinite potential. See? And there are rumors that what Tesla did was far even too dangerous for himself to handle. And it's because he was looking so deeply. I recommend we look deeply, not to blow ourselves up. We have to look deeply to preserve our life, right? And make sure we don't let anybody else blow ourselves up. That's what we should be doing, and making sure we preserve the earth and preserve, let's say, human dignity around the earth, if we can do that. I think that does make sense to me.
So the previous native cultures interacted with nature. Our modern native culture interacts primarily with technology.
Well, that is human nature. That's relative to the mechanical mind and the human, right? The human is the potential of mechanical mind and spiritual mind. See? Physical mind and psychic mind. Intellectual mind and spiritual mind. And let's say transcendent mind at the same time. We are transcendent mind, given to form and culturing, see? and karma. We are therefore also transcendent mind, liberated from culturing and mechanics and the universe altogether, see, into just pure being in the moment. See. Nothing wrong with that either, you know, right now. We are that right now, if you let it be. Question.
Are we living in a, let's say, mechanical age as opposed to a nature age?
Well, that's the issue is Earth's nature is mechanical. We're talking about Earth, the Earth's machine. It's organic, but it's still a machine. We're talking about an organic machine. We are products of that, and what comes from us is product of that. Whether it's mechanical, metallic, or whatever, it's the same thing, right? Earth is made of rock, solid rock, right? Like meteorites, right? Asteroids, all of these things. It's material with essence. What is the essence of the material? We are made of fire, right? Air, earth, water. So whatever we manifest is the same thing. Different forms of the same thing.
So you
It's all the
said,
same. And that includes the aliens. They're all made of the same thing. And they're different because they're born in different areas and have different karma and different circumstances. So they have to look different. They have to act different. As you go from planet to planet, you find relative difference. Relative difference from its source, which would be the sun, and other factors. Different time, different space, see, different time, different energy, different matter. All of that is proportional to who, where, when, and why, and how.